Hello and welcome to Darki Explains. Today I want to talk about the new update which is called Lethal Skirmish, and we will have a look at the update's notes. So we have a new campaign, begins at the 6th March and ends at the 27th March, so in 2 weeks. The highlight will be a fragger shotgun, which is a hunter weapon when you get 2000 spring tokens, and the pole axe for 3000 spring tokens, which is a rare weapon. So, we have a look at the new threads. This is equipment thread, so which can be on a weapon or on an armor. First of all, we have a first strike, which is a melee weapon thread, so attacks against enemies with full health points cannot result in a body shot. So maybe this is a good thread for bruisers to stun the enemy, and in this case the total damage is also increased, and we have here the percentages. So silver has 30% and gold has 50% extra damage, and this was a suggestion from the user Do. And then we have the second new weapon thread, Fortified, and attacks against the survivors has less chance that this would be a critical hit. So we have in gold the possibility that the hit is just a normal hit and not a critical hit for 50%, and this was also a community suggestion from Atlas Set, and this is also stacks with the Eugene's leader thread, so this would be a nice thread for Eugene, maybe in the Guild War defense, or yeah, for Guild War defenders I think this would be the best armor thread, that they didn't die so fast. So, and now we have the new weapons, the pole axe, which we could see in this GIF. This has a range like the dragon tongue, and it roots the enemies in the charge attack. So there exists a dragon tongue with engine thread, but this hasn't the chance, or that isn't sure rooted this. So engine has to be affected, and then the enemies will be rooted. So the weapon also hasn't the engine thread, so it would be a nice weapon if this one hasn't gold destructive. So if this would be a gold engine, it would be a nice weapon, because the main target is never a body shot, and so this means you would always have the chance that the main target would be engineered. So you just have the chance that it may be no, just in the charge attack you could root. So yes, maybe it's a nice weapon, but I think the Morning Star with engine is much better than this. So then we have the second one, which is the fragger shotgun. This has a cone shape, as you can see in this GIF. So As you can see, it is like a bulldozer. So attacks which aren't body shots, you will push the targets away, and you got chance that they are root because this one has the entire threat. So, and this could also enjoy normal attacks because it has gold piercing and enjoy. So it would be a nice one, I think. And as you can see, all targets will root into charge attacks. So this one is really nice, I think. So then we have a new council level. Many players would be sad because they didn't want to level up all survivors and their equipments. But we have a new workshop, a new training ground, new supply storage, XP tents, mission core and hospital. So as you can see, here are the costs for these buildings. I think we have to build some new buildings until we can build this council level 29, because here is the player level 79. We are all, if we are max level on level 78. So I think we have to build some buildings until we have level 79, and then we could build this new council, I think. So all new buildings have 24 hours upgrade time. And so we have another changes. Open guilds have the option to prevent that a player from returning to the guild for a set time when banishing from guild. So as we can see on the screenshot, you can ban this player for 2 days. Then we have a new indicator when Connie's leader thread is active. Improved support collection, but I couldn't see any changes to the actual selection mode, but we will see. When we are on the equipment view and we go to our camp and go back to the equipment, we're on the same site. They decreased the frequency of Commonwealth walkers in Nightmare Challenge and in the Last Stand mode. Some people say it's good, some people say nah, that's too easy now. So the bullet dodge threat is increased, so you have here the percentages, and we have some new bug fixes. Fixed bug with outpost defenders with revenge threat, attacking before getting stunned, so the defender revenge, but he was stunned, so this was a mad bug. So they fixed Walker Mike bug, where you could get unlimited invisible. So they fixed weakened threat, so for weakened enemies it wasn't possible to get charge point when the second melee attack attacks this one. So rooted enemies sometimes didn't attack. This is also fixed in this. And Last Stand scores over billion points was crashing the game. This one I couldn't see any problems in occasional team slots being blocked and not allowing to start a mission in Last Stand and distance. I didn't know, I never had this issue. Fixed is an occasional issue with team slots changing place after mission start. I also didn't know what this means. fixed issues with push notifications. That would be really nice, because I didn't get any notification. And fixed issues with game occasional restarting when having the device in Danish or Norwegian language. So okay, also some bug fixes in visual maps or animations, as well as other UI improvements. So what shall we do about this update? So we have a new council level, many things to do, and many tomatoes to get to upgrade all buildings. We have this nice hunter weapons, but you should know we haven't here fire, so it may helps in some missions, but it's I think like the bulldozer with engine, but the special is that this would all targets in the charge attack, so it's nice, yes. And the second one is like the dragon tongue with engine, but also the charge attack roots the enemy, so it's also a nice thing. But I didn't know if you have to boost the distance for this one, because if you have the morning star with engine, it should be enough, and you shouldn't need this one. But yeah, you should decide if you want to boost or not, because this isn't a bad weapon, but it's also not this weapon that would replace the morning star, I think, because you wouldn't stun the enemy, but you could enemy have a way, maybe, so in some mission it helps, maybe. Yeah, that's all to the update, and I hope it helps to you, and I say bye.